As you mentioned earlier, we do have a rematch of the NFC Championship game. The Vikings at the Eagles. Last year, you remember, it was Nick Foles against Case Keenum. This year, the pressure will be on two different quarterbacks, Carson Wentz and, yes, Kirk Cousins. This is going to be a huge game. Both teams desperately need this win. They're both coming off losses from last week. Big game in Philly today.
Well, I'm just going to take that theme from you about teams. Quarterbacks have pressure on them, teams that get a must win. I'm talking about Atlanta and Pittsburgh, two teams that everybody thought would be competing for a Super Bowl championship this year. Yet here we sit after 4 weeks and only 2 wins between them. Only 2 wins between them with all this talent on the field. And now it's even more important than that because it's not just their win-loss record, but you look in their divisions, and if they lose today, they could be down 3 games after 5 weeks. And now there's actually been 5 teams in the last 30 years that have come back being down 3 after 5 weeks to win their division. But obviously it's not an easy thing. So loser of this game, man, they're in dire straits for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for me, guys, I mean, we always have these wars every Sunday. But what wins the war is that battle, that little personal battle that goes on within the war. And the personal battle, well, let's just take a look at how it got started this week.
I'm always up for a challenge, you know. To get my name out there more, I need to go up against more talent like him.
He's good for what he does for their team. You know, he made All-Pro as a return specialist. Let's get that right. As a return specialist, his rookie year.
He's all right, I guess.
I made All-Pro in my position as a corner. Went to the Pro Bowl as a corner. So it's not a wide receiver versus corner matchup. So we can get that out of the way off bat.
I can't wait to line up against him, and I hope he presses me.
If he won't smoke, it'll get there.
It's right there. It is. Yes. It is the return specialist. Let's get that right against the I corner. That is the battle right there going on inside that war. That's going to be a great battle to watch.
I think they misspelled I on your lower third right there.
I, yes, put them in.
Because the R and the L would be silent in I. You know, I love that. You could see Jalen Ramsey was kind of like trying to keep from laughing, knowing what he was doing, knowing every syllable coming out of his mouth and the way he was delivering.
This is different now.
It was just fantastic. And again, that's all in the early window right there, leading up to that late window game of your note right there. And then I can't look forward more to Sunday Night Football. Deshaun versus Dak, Houston versus Dallas. Winner needs it in the worst way. You know, 2-3. It'd be interesting. Houston would love to be 2-3. Dallas, if they're 2-3 by the end of the night, they're wondering what the heck's going on.
We don't use must win very often, but it's amazing how many of us up here are leaning in that direction. How many must-win games there are?
That's right.
In week 5.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the I corner taking on the return specialist are going to need ponchos. In Kansas City. It was about an hour ago during
that
the
I
game.
corner
Good Morning
likes
Football, just absolutely pouring rain.